Go live, baby. I don't know if this is live. Um, let's see if I can see people comments. I'm just checking to see if I am live on Facebook so then I know people will be able to see me. Because last time I did this, oh, wait a minute, I am live. Hey, I see me. Hi. All right. Hi, everybody. I'm really excited this worked this time because last time I did this to be able to stream between here and YouTube, it didn't work. I was like, I swear I spoke for like 15 minutes and nobody was watching or nobody could see me. So I'm really excited. Hey, Patty, Ava, hola, and Denise and Janice and Lynn, how are you guys? It's really, I'm really happy to be back and happy new year to everybody. There's just, there's a lot going on with spirit, and I think this year 2022 is going to be a really good and crazy year, just lifting everyone's energy and having more and more people connected. So I think that's always a good thing because everybody wants to connect to spirit. So now I have everything all set up for 5 o'clock to do through the static. So if you're interested in calling, just 508-222-1320. Hey, Gene. And Salisa, how are you? Salisa's here too. I also have a chair next to me. Can you see the Puerto Rican here? Yeah. He's apparently transparent. So he takes forever and always does things so last minute. So he was going to take a shower before he came in here because I guess benefit to him. That's not the right expression. As you probably know, when I'm about to do readings, my hands are like ice and I have spirit already talking to me, getting ready for the show. So, um, not benefit to him. I don't even know what I'm saying. In any case, he's been helping his mom because his mom wanted to cook dinner for us. So when the show's done, we're going to go downstairs and she cooked um, pasteles and rice. And I think she did for all the Spanish speaking people. What did she cook? Pojo, but I honestly, my mind is out there with spirit. So I hope everybody is doing well. Honestly, this is pretty, I don't know why I'm having such a tough time because spirit's already chatting and they know whoever is here before I even start the show and somebody's already coming through and I'm telling them, wait. So that's why I'm kind of disheveled right now. So, but I got my hair cut. I got a lot of the locks cut off. So chicharrones de pollo. I just told him to push over so I could finish and remember the expression. So that's what it is. It's fried chicken, and the pasteles are really really good. So I hope everybody again. Yeah, happy New Year to everybody. This is the first show that we're doing. And listen, Sunday night, I'm going to do a live, but not here. I've been saying this forever, and I'll make an announcement on Instagram. So hopefully you guys are on Instagram or will get on Instagram so that you can be part of the live readings. I always do Facebook Live, and I really need to do something because even though I have this account on Instagram and post a lot of stuff, I've never actually showed people on Instagram what I do as a medium. So I really need to get there, and I think Sunday at 7 o'clock. But I'll make hey Liz, Happy New Year, and Jennifer, Happy New Year, and Teresa, Happy New Year. So listen, before the good thing is I started early, so I've got time with everybody. But I don't know how much of you know this. I forgot about this when I first realized in like the 2010 when that medium told me I was a medium. But it took a number of years before I kind of figured it out. So I probably 2014, I was taking classes to try to figure this out. And I just happened to go through some of my classes, the materials, and I found this. Did you know this? Are you ready? This may just blow your mind, or maybe you know about it. Did you know this? This is an actual class. Can you see it? Am I doing this right? Spirit attachments. Yeah, I took this class. I was like gung ho on all the classes I could take, like clairvoyant classes, mediumship classes, psychic classes, Akashic records classes, everything and anything, because I loved it, right? And I knew nothing about it. And I saw this class come up, and I ultimately took it in. I think it was before the big Zoom boom. Is that? I just got an expression, the Zoom boom. Yeah, but it was before the Zoom boom, and the classes were live, but they were on the phone, so you didn't see anybody. But you called into this conference room, and Carol, who is amazing, Carol Nicholson, who I took so many of my classes at the beginning stages of my mediumship. She did the class, and she would send you the materials and for the chapters, and there were quizzes. But I forgot all about spirit attachments, and I got to be completely honest. It's not something that I'm well versed in. I took a class in it, and I will be the first to say that, because in the bigger picture, this is so new to me, the mediumship piece that I'm learning every day. And how I learn at this stage is I actually meditate, like for spirit attachments, and I'll tell you what they are. I would just meditate and ask everybody in spirit to just give me some idea of what spirit attachments are. In reference to what I learned, and it's been a while, a couple of years that I took this class, it's that there's people that cross over, that attach to us in like the humans that are still here on Earth. And it could be for somebody. I think one of the examples she used was somebody that maybe was like an alcoholic that crosses over and just wants to continue that sort of behavior, and find, unfortunately, an alcoholic that's still living and sort of attached to them. So it's almost like living vicariously through them. Or there could be somebody, and again, this is all from here, not from here, but from Carol, because I really don't know. And I don't really have an opinion either way on it, but it was really interesting. Someone who crosses over and is just completely lost, that just doesn't know how to get to the white light, and doesn't sometimes even realize they're attaching themselves to the person, and just hangs there. And there's a couple of other different scenarios. The great thing, what I loved about Carol in this book, that when I was taking this class, was that one of the questions she said are spirit attachments evil? And she puts this big no, which I loved. And I don't want to piss off Catholics or anybody who believes in heaven and hell and the devil and God. I'm the first to say I believe in God. I believe in Jesus. I've actually, in my experience, have actually seen God and a couple of times, and it's been an experience that I will never forget. I wrote down, and I hope it happens again. It was incredible. However, just in my experience, I have never seen anything that resembles hell. Like, as a Catholic, growing up 12 years of being a Catholic and growing up Catholic, that's what you learn as a Catholic, right? And I'm sure other religions, heaven and hell. I've never seen hell. I've actually never seen heaven. I mean, I know that I've seen Jesus and God and people that are around him, which is phenomenal. But to say I've seen the white light, and I guess that could be categorized as heaven. And I guess I'm more apt to say that than hell. I haven't seen hell. It's not one of those experiences I've had. And I think that there's I don't think, from my experience, is a place that when really bad people cross, they go to, this place that there's fire everywhere and they're handcuffed, and that's their life. I haven't seen that, but I do know that, they don't go directly to the white light, that there's a lot of teachings and classes and lessons and stuff like that. And I think, depending on how bad the person is, determines on where they end up going. I bring that up because the spirit attachments, when she said no, that it's not just pure evil. But I'll tell you one thing that I did learn in this spirit attachment. I'm going to have to go back through it again and just reread it, because it's been a couple of years, is that if you ever feel like you've got like this monkey on your back, or you just, you've got this bad luck and you almost feel like there's just something following you, just try this. I know it sounds a little out there, but just try this. This is from Spirit Attachments. What you're supposed to do is have a loved one, a friend, someone who you can get to actually stand behind you and ring a bell. It doesn't matter what kind of bell it is. If it's a little bell, a big bell, it doesn't matter. From what this says, and maybe some of you have heard this, I don't know, but from what Carol taught or teaches is that I think the sound, this is just one method of getting rid of spirit attachments, but it's one of those things that the bell makes some particular noise to sort of remove that spirit attachment, and I kind of like was on the fence about talking about this because I just realized I had a dream last night that some woman came up to me and said, I love your accent. Don't ask me why I'm bringing that up. It just came into my head. But getting back to Carol, I didn't because I'm not well versed. I didn't want to bring something up like The Exorcist that, or my head's going to start spinning or someone's head's going to start spinning because they have spirit attachment. But I do think that it's something that, I'm certainly open to learn about and hear about. And I will tell you though, because Carol's phenomenal, that this class was pretty amazing. So just to, I always come from a place now in spirit that when I get, and we're all human, like we all judge, including myself. But I'll tell you one thing that has helped me over the past couple of years is that I always think to myself, before I start judging, like, I don't think that's true. I stop and pull myself back and said, I talk to dead people. I hear dead people talk. Dead people are around me all the time. Who the hell am I to judge whether something's true or something's not true, right? I think for me, it's just more about not being well versed in the subject, but I will give you more about this too. And it was pretty cool. Look who's here!
Happy New Year, everyone!
And he's fresh and clean from the shower, so which is good. And this new app worked perfectly. I loved it. So, and I was just telling people about this class that I took, Spirit Attachments. That, to be honest, I don't remember a lot about it because I'm going to have to go back through it again. But I think it's just something to think about. And maybe, Celissa, Elix. I love everybody's like Elix. Bernie, where have you been?
Bernie, when I read that, I actually thought you said church balls. I'm thinking, what are you talking about? I still don't know what church bells means, but
well, I'd be more interested in why you're going to church balls.
That's what I thought. I don't know.
This is what happens with Steelix. It's a show on its own, right? Because I'll tell you about it later, but I was just talking about spirit attachments. And as a matter of fact, do you remember that I had you had you stand behind me and ring a bell?
When was that?
Couple of years ago. I was following this and I wanted to make sure that I didn't have any spirit attachment. So I had Elix have a bell and just ring it. You don't remember that?
No idea.
Yeah, you were like right behind me and you just rang a bell. Like,
what bell did I ring? I don't even know that we have a bell.
Well, we must have found a bell.
How did you just find a bell? Like, that's not an every Like
yeah, you of all people are always the one to say we'll be there with bells on. So I always assume you probably have like this drawer, that coincide with the gayness, a drawer of all these kind of bells that you just pull out. We found a bell. As a matter of fact, there was a little bell that did a little ring that we used.
I don't remember, but
see, it's Puerto Rican. There's no help at all. No help to me. But he did. I'm telling you, he did. He rang a bell behind me, and I was able to at least I never felt like I had a spirit attachment, but at least I felt like
what's a spirit attachment?
We don't have enough time, Elix. If you were on time, you would have heard me talking to everybody.
I was getting myself,
pretty.
Yes.
God help me. After all these years dealing with this, a spirit that leaves, that crosses over and attaches to you for sort of a multitude of reasons.
You better ring the bell behind me just to make sure I don't have a spirit attachment.
Oh my God.
So I'm going to have to find the bell.
Bernie, have you screed lately? What the hell is screed? I don't know what screed is. Scried. I know. Bernie's asking about have I scried, and scrying is really when you have any kind of, usually it's those little pendulums, but you can use anything, because you can also, I learned how to scry through a mirror. Like if you get into like a room that is like
Dark.
you not completely dark, and you have a mirror in front of you, and you prepare yourself, and you actually can look in the mirror, and that's a form of scrying. And what you're doing is you're looking for either shadows, or either, it's like if you're calling somebody in, you can do it with a flame, like a candle. That's what Bernie was bringing up, scrying and staring at the flame, and do it that way. You can do it with a bucket of like a little pan of water, and look at the water and do the same thing. Scrying is really, really cool. And you find like scrying can also be like used as a map. And if you have like say a pendulum on a chain, you can actually scry to try to find somebody, or whatever. So scrying, there's so many different things in this whole mediumship piece. But you know what? I gotta stop, because we're going over to through the static at 5:00. 508-222-1320 if you want to call and talk to this mug and get a reading. Do you know what mug is?
You're like
your face?
Your cute face.
I'm impressed.
Yes.
Is that because I brought it up before?
No, just because
you're smart.
I'm not just a pretty face myself. Just saying.
Yeah, Karen's here. Hello, Karen.
Hi, Karen.
So listen, Mark is going to take a fit if I don't switch over. And
yes, I know. Yeah. We have to go.
So we're going to end this. Stay here
everyone.
On Facebook, because you'll get to hear the show. And if you're interested, call. So remember, Sunday night, I'm going to do a live on Instagram, but I'll make an announcement also. So
now I need to join this to know that that's what
I just brought this up.
Thank God for you people, because thank God I didn't have any other plans for Sunday.
Yes. All right. See you switch over.